Hello, my name is Yilmaz. I am the first team goalkeeping coach here at Colchester United. This is the series to show you before, during and after our game versus Harrogate. Enjoy. It's really important that we get round second balls. Just be ready for Kane right back. I came into football through the love and passion of my dad. He's a big footballing enthusiast, so I've been always playing as since a young age. I played outfield since the age of about 10 or 11 and realised that I was a lot taller than everybody else at a young age, so I recognised that I wasn't probably the best runner, so I decided to go in goal, and the rest is history. So that was my journey into football. Alrighty. Plan this morning is we'll go after the things that we spoke about from Tuesday. Yep. So if you remember the video that we looked at, which we'll share. So when we're looking at it, we're saying long range shots, yep, balls in behind in particular on angles, which I felt was a real good transitional moment for them. And then looking at box crosses when we get the opportunity, because I thought it was a really good opportunity with where we were last week. So plan this morning is we'll go into the meeting.
So the morning meetings give us an opportunity to just make sure that we have some clear outcomes for the day. This is an opportunity for us to just make sure we can individualise the training and then be clear on each and every person's individual roles to be able to achieve our daily outcomes for the goalkeepers.
If I leave this with you, that's ready to go, just turn it into full screen.
Yep.
If you get that set up upstairs,
yep,
I'm just going to go and grab a couple of minutes with Mace, and then we'll crack on for 10.
10:05, yeah?
10:05, my friend.
Perfect.
So I'm Jack Chamberlain, I'm the first team analyst, also an intern goalkeeper coach. So at university I had the option to take up a placement year, so I was looking at lots of different clubs, lots of different opportunities, so messaging around, seeing what was available, sent Yilmaz a message, and he replied within the first few hours like, is there anything we can do to help? I'll push for this to happen. And I said, I've worked in women's game, the youth football, any level you can get me in for would be great. And he's like, don't worry about that, I'm going to try my best to get you in. So he was really foregoing with it, really clear to give me an opportunity, which I'd like to say I've taken quite well. It's all thanks to him giving me the opportunity.
I've been at Colchester now, this is my 4th season, but I started on loan and then re-signed in the summer, so been here quite a while.
I've been here for just over a year, and yeah, I've loved it ever since I joined.
Good lad. You are switched on. Breakfast on the go. Another time. So we've just got the meeting that we've gone through with Jack, just going through the attacking threats for Harrogate Town. So what we like to do is really give the goalkeepers an insight into the individual bits of detail that's relevant to them. This gives them a head start, because in a minute we will go in with a squad where the manager will give them an overview of the game plan, an overview of Harrogate, and some considerations that we've got to take into account around what they are, what their threats are, and how we can counteract that so that we can make sure we get the outcome we need in the game.
Cool. So what do we know about Harrogate?
It's next to Leeds.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah.
Luckily it's home and not away. But what else do we know about them then? So you've got Belshaw in goal at the moment. Anyone else?
That's Jack Moore.
Jack Moore doing it.
Yeah.
They're a 4-2-3-1. They've had a number of mixed results. They've probably had similar frustrations in some way to us, but their approach to the game is probably slightly different to us. And what I mean by that is you'll see in a second. So Burrell's played left back, he's played centre back, he's played right back. Faulkner and O'Connor in the middle as two natural centre halves. Evans is a left-footed player, but they've had Slater, they've had Burrell, so they're not 100% sure on what their strongest back line is, but when you listen to their manager, They didn't make any changes against Fleetwood, which was quite interesting. So when you look at a lot of the games that teams and oppositions we've played, probably after 60 minutes, most teams are making 3, 4, 5 changes. The last 2 or 3 games, they've made no more than 1 change. Playing style, I'd probably say still quite direct, but Muldoon probably isn't an out-and-out target man 9 type forward. So really important that we get round second balls, we try and pick up, because what they try and probably work off is getting the ball forward into the front line as early as possible, and then probably playing off in those chaos transitional moments. They're aggressive when we're trying to build, and if we've not got good structure. So this is them against Shrewsbury, where chances will open, front 5 will go after the ball, and they'll look to try. But the big key threats that we're going to go after, which is quite clear from them, is they will shoot naturally 2 inverted wingers. So Smith plays on the left, he's right-footed. McKenna that plays on the right, he's right-footed, but Ellis Taylor can play on the right or in the 10 position, and he's a lefty, which you'll see. 85% of their threats have come from shots outside the box or crosses from outside the box into the box. The bit that really causes chaos for them, and I'd say is they're probably playing an approach of they just keep putting the ball in and they are able to get round it, counter press, win the second fights, little thread balls in behind. So we just have to be ready that whenever the ball goes into our centre halves duels, we have to have players round, but more importantly for us, we have to be ready. And then lastly, as you'd expect in most teams in this division, a high number of crosses in the box. This is them on the second phase of a free kick, where McKenna will just deliver off both feet, which we'll look at a bit today. So we'll go head tennis competition.
Is it going to be away from the fence?
It is going to be right in the middle of the pitch, Tom. That is going right in the middle of the...
For Mason.
Right in the middle of the pitch, Tom, so there's no obstructions, and the closest obstruction should be 65 yards away.
Mason's got long legs.
35 minutes, we'll go into some handling, into some 1v1s, into some crosses, and then you'll go into the group, into some transitional practices, and then into some tactical work on Saturday.
Sounds good.
Harrison will be in the physio room, icing his ankle.
Icing my foot.
Enjoy, more chaps, enjoy. The way in which, as a goalkeeping coach, you help is having a good understanding of what's needed out of every day, but having a bigger picture of everything. So my role and our role is to have a long-term plan for each and every individual in the building, and then try and execute those small steps on a day-to-day basis to make sure that we're making the right strides. So we're fortunate enough at Colchester, we work with 3 goalkeepers on a day-to-day basis. Mind yourself, brother.
Oh, Yilmaz, did you eat today?
It is unfortunately me.
No.
What would you like to say to the camera, Samson, about me?
Really good finishing, coach.
My guy.
Really good finishing coach from a goalie coach, yeah?
Yeah.
I like it, Sam. That's it. There you go. See you soon, yeah?
It was when I was younger. My dad was part of the team as the coach for the team, and he was already coaching my brother. So when I got to about the age of 4 or 5, I kind of just joined in, and he started my team. And then we didn't play games for the first year, so 4 till 5s, but then it came to 5s, and he ordered the kit in. It came to our house, and he had all the kits, and he asked me which one I wanted, and I just picked out the goalkeeper kit, finding it just out random, I think because it was different to all the other ones. So I took that one, and I've been a goalkeeper ever since.
We've got an upper body day, we've got a heavy legs day, and then we've got a light legs day. So today's the light legs day because obviously game on Saturday. Tuesday would have been our heavy legs, and Monday's normally our upper body. And then on Fridays, it's a bit of just like plyometrics, jumping, light weights just to get the body primed and ready for Saturday. But so today's sort of like medium legs, nothing. We do a bit before training as a pre-warm-up. They sort of split the gym sessions into 20-minute bursts, one before, one after, just to spread it out throughout the day. So they're not that long anymore, but they're more frequent. Not my day, it's the goalie day. So did Yilmaz. That's my day. Yeah, show me the money.
Very different from what I've had before, so working with younger players to working with very experienced players, with Matt Macey, who's played several EFL games, Tom Smith, who's came from an Arsenal academy, so from players that didn't have much experience to players that do, it's the intensity of sessions, my delivery, my service, the importance of how I deliver myself to the boys, how the boys see me, really getting a connection with the players, like getting connections with younger players, easier, find something in common. When you're working with professional footballers, it's more of a challenge. Like they've been in the game much longer than me, so I've got to try and build my level to be competitive for them. So the GoPro will put behind the goal just so we get a different angle of the goalkeepers, as well as this big high-pod camera. Put up there so we can overview the whole session. So whether we're doing crosses, shooting, we've got a different angle of it. And then if we want to look at the keeper's footwork, we've got the GoPro behind the goal just so we can go over anything that's either wrong or anything to enforce what we want to do with it.
It's the unglamorous side of the job, this. Our typical week can vary in two ways. So if we play from Saturday to Saturday, we tend to be in Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, in Thursday, Friday. Mondays tend to be more of a recovery type day. So those that played on Saturday will have a second day recovery where they get their bodies right. They flush out any sort of issues and challenges that may come from Saturday's game.
That fantastic groundsman putting on the water for us. Look at the groundsman. Hardest we've seen at work.
Now someone's got a documentary, can't you?
Those that haven't played, it's an opportunity to get some individual work into them to prepare them for the rest of the week. Tuesdays and Thursdays is where we tend to do mostly our bulk of work. So we'll look at some of the situations and scenarios that maybe are causing us problems in the games for us to look after and continue to go after. Or it's about having an idea of what the opposition may cause in the next game. So we use Tuesday and Thursday to put in innovative and creative practices together to really stress and help support the goalkeepers so that come the Saturday, they're ready. And then on a Thursday and a Friday, naturally our goalkeeping sessions feed into the rest of the group's plan so that by Friday, when we come off the grass, the goalkeepers are clear on the opposition's threats and challenges. The goalkeepers are clear on their plan and execution in order to counteract that. But that sinks seamlessly into what the team's game plan is, making sure that we're all on one single page going into the fixture on Saturday to give ourselves the best chance.
As you can see, in terms of football activation tennis, we like to use competitive games in warm-up practices to engage the players, but more importantly, allow us to increase their heart rate whilst having multi-directional activities that can sort of link into what we're about to do.
Yeah, we'll take that. Gentlemen, just a nice little opener. Open yourselves up to the penalty spot and back. Once you're ready, get yourselves on the move, up to the penalty spot and back, and then we're straight in. No point in
The next exercise you see is a passing activation. So once we've gone from a head tennis game, football tennis, into a simple technical exercise that activates the technical skill sets for the goalkeepers, increases the heart rate and pulse, while focusing them on some of the technical basics that we'll require in the next complicated practices that we'll go into.
Trying to get your body shape right. Yep, let's go, Tom. Nice and easy, short and sharp, just to sharpen up. Good. Brilliant, Tom. Jack, follow your next pass in. Good. Yes, Jack. I'm 2 yards out, no need to zip it into me. Good, last bit. Good, open out. Brilliant, and punch. Yes, Tom, last one. Good. Switch it out. Remember, you're moving with the mannequins, Jack, just so you can give a nice support position. And again, brilliant, Jack, change. First one in, you two just grab a ball to the sides. Yep.
This is a continuation to the activation, as it's a Thursday with the players having a rest day the day before. This isolated practice just allows us to be able to technically get ourselves into the mindset and the groove for what the complicated practices will come into next.
With it. Brilliant. In you go, Jack. 3. Travel, brilliant. Brilliant, you. Superb. This time you walk into it, Mace. Tom, you have your ball on the floor. Jack, you have your ball on the floor. Come into me. I'm just going to give you a firmer volley like you would do in a second set in a warm-up between the two mannies. When you then come in, you're just going to do the same pattern. This time you'll come in front. Tom will hit you, travel across. Jack will hit you, strike off the floor. Good. Travel. Good. Brilliant. That's one. You've got one more left, Mace, and then we'll carry on in the goal mouth. Service, Tom. Travel. Good. Brilliant, Tom. Last one. Brilliant service, Jack. Change. Good. Travel with it, Jack. Good boy. Good. Just be careful your hands don't come out here, Jack, because when it comes low, you've got a long way to travel. Chaps, we've got 20 minutes before the group needs you. We'll go into a 3v2 breakout transition game. Come one more. Mace, come one more. You just take your position, imagining if I was here, Tom, one more. Perfect. All I'm going to do, Tom, is I'm going to strike at you for you to have a clean catch.
The next practice, linking into our attacking threats, is where we start to use some of the tactical outcomes. The practice you see is around angled shot stopping or 1v1s, where we isolate the players into some of the situations that they may face leading into Saturday's game, tactically in the goal, making effective decisions based on some of the situations and scenarios that we'll create.
Good, up! Change.
Matt Macey, our current number one. My job is to make sure he's ready to perform every game day. So my plan for that every day, we're making sure that he's got what he needs to be ready come the game day. Tom Smith, our current club's number two. It's important to make sure that he gets the attention and development support opportunities that he needs in order to be ready to play, should that be called upon.
Yep. Good, Mace. Perfect, chaps. Have a little breather in your changeovers. Nice, you. Love it, pal. Good decision, Tom. What will happen is Jack will give me the ball, or I will set and Jack will give me the ball. In this position, Mace, I'll touch and I'm finishing at you on an angle. Tom, you are, once Mace makes his first save, either finishing off his spare ball. When you're in here, if you finish into there for Mace, if Mace saves and secures, you'll transition because Jack's giving you a strike from the edge of the box. You then switch your jobs around. I'm not passing it to you, I'm trying to shoot at him. If you can't secure it and he's got a parry, you're just there for a one-tap finish.
And then this final practice is where we start to recreate some of the situations that we looked at in the classroom.
Brilliant,
so
mate.
this example is around looking at angled shot stopping and 1v1s, which we spoke about in the clips before, with the opposition being played through on the angle to look to try and score from inverted positions with some variations to the types of strikes that they'll get in the box, outside the box and on angle.
Me and whoever's in goal can have a bit of a race, if be. Two each and then we're getting some grossing. Yep, let's play, Jack. Rebounds, rebounds, good. Great finish, Jack. Change. If a player does come to this distance and goes round the ball, for me, I think you always lead off your left when you're going into a spread block type action, because I think your right hand should cover unless he's really good and lifts into the corner there. Whereas I think if you go the other way and I open up, I think he's naturally going to go into there. And I know you did a similar on the last one, Mace, but I actually did go that way because you were over anticipating.
When we play Saturday, Tuesday or Saturday, sometimes those congested fixture periods can cause us some different challenges. So it's our job to adjust and manipulate training plans, and it's about changing the attention to the right, whether we're reviewing and reflecting on the game, because that's going to be an important part in the next game, or whether it's sometimes parking that aside, focusing on the next game, and then when we get an opportunity to breathe after the free fixtures, it's about looking at it collectively and using the training accordingly for that. So that's how it can change.
I'd like to think the first one is to keep the ball out of the net. I'd probably say that's our biggest responsibility.
Save the ball.
Save the ball. And then I think we have a bit of a different role to probably maybe some outfield players in terms of organisation, leadership, all those sort of things.
Yeah, I think one of the responsibilities is to give a presence, really.
Yeah.
More so than any other position. So whether that's being calm, sort of a physical personality presence,
Yeah.
I think, especially here, I think, as sort of we've been here a while now in the team and there's young players, I think that's the responsibility as a goalkeeper we have here.
Yeah, no, I'd agree, and I think it's just, yeah, being in the game the whole time, being in training the whole time, and being, like I say, a calming presence or a harsh word when it needs to be said sometimes.
Yeah, I think having high standards as well. I think as a goalkeeper, if you drop your standards, you get found out quite aggressively because it ends up in a goal. So I think naturally goalkeepers tend to have pretty high standards on a daily basis.
Don't expect anything from referees. Don't expect them to bounce to the ball. Just be ready to win it back. Have that mentality. I promise you, it will disrupt them. If you play with, if we're really good on the counter press.
Thoughts on today's training then, Jack?
I thought it was good. We got what we needed out of them. So looking towards Harrogate's game, like the way they're playing through balls, we've done a lot of that. We've got a lot of crossing, the box crosses that we spoke about earlier. So I feel like we've achieved what we needed. But tomorrow,
this is our post-session review, an opportunity for us as goalkeeping staff to just consolidate the morning and just organise our schedule for the weekend coming and early part of next week with Paul Smith, our lead academy goalkeeping coach, and Jack Chamberlain.
From Monday. And then just on that, you obviously have a clear week next week, don't you? Because then you play Bromley the following Monday.
We've got Essex Cup on Tuesday.
Tuesday night. And
Averley at the stadium, 7 o'clock.
I'm guessing we're going to have to organise a goalie for that. And then obviously coming back to that, then we'll be in Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday next week with probably a usual weekend plan. So it's just trying to see how we can get H back on the grass. And we're fortunate enough that we've got young Harrison Chamberlain, and his plan at the moment is to make sure that he's training and performing well in the under-21s programme and try and combine that with some senior experiences to get him closer and closer to our first team. So my job every day is to make sure those three continue to make individual strides towards their plans.
So, the team's really helpful. So Mace, obviously, you know, is a great keeper, and Tom as well, both phenomenal keepers, and they give me that level to get to, and they keep the standards so high that I have to meet them there, and that's so good for me because that means I have to progress towards them. And same with Yilmaz, he expects a standard from me, just like the other boys do, and I have to meet that standard, which is really helpful for me. And they're truthful with me, so they'll tell me the truth. If it's not good enough, they'll tell me. If it is good, they'll tell me. If there's something I can improve, they can tell me, and that's one thing I love about being part of the GK team. It's just they're so helpful, and they want to help me learn. They want to help me get to where they are. So yeah, I love it.
Well, that's probably our two watch-outs then, isn't it? Let's get through the weekend and have a plan for Tuesday for the 21s group, and obviously you've got a plan for tomorrow. Thank you very much, chaps. Short and sweet. Put that little 30-second cameo in there.
This morning, nice little jog to the penalty spot and back, chaps, and then we're straight onto the balls. Nice and easy.
Now you see a match day -1 where we try to use this session to consolidate all of our learning in the week in preparation for tomorrow's game. We usually like to start with some technical activation with some passing over short to mid-range distances, just to, again, increase the pulse and heart rate for the goalkeepers, whilst laying some of our foundations in the way in which our goalkeepers will build.
Mace, if you come half a goal, Arch, you come half a goal, nice and easy, just your choice. You will just move, whether you move to your right, to your left or forward, little double volley, reset.
We will then progress this practice into a handling variation practice to allow the goalkeepers to use it as a warm-up, more importantly feel confident leading into tomorrow's game.
Good, short, sharp drop, perfect, that's one. Switch sides, yep. Nice, Tom. Service, gentlemen, have a reload of the balls.
They'll have a variation of distances, a variation of type of service, making sure that they cover all bases in terms of the types of shots they may face during the games and the training session, with some footwork in there to make them feel confident and feel good in the way in which they move leading into the game on Saturday.
Good, Arch. Change. Ready? 3 crosses just before you go in. Good.
We'll then
Next one,
finally
Tom.
finish off with a couple of crosses, just more for timing and confidence in terms of preparing us for the fixtures on the weekend, whilst before they go into the tactical work for clarification and the team before the game plan for Saturday.
Tom, put a bit of pressure on him now. Archie, once you control it, just roll the balls this way. Perfect, relax.
I think there's a couple of things for to be a really good goalie coach. Like I said, I think the first thing is about having subject knowledge. So it's about understanding the position, the demands and the needs of the goalkeepers, and more importantly, having an understanding of what is needed to be able to support the individual. I think the second important attribute as a goalkeeping coach is about having adaptability, because you can plan for scenario A, B and C, but the likelihood chances plan D, E and F is probably what's going to be needed, because there's always moving parts in football. There's always things that you can expect and you plan for, but there's loads of things that you can't plan for and suddenly come out the unexpected. So it's just about having that adaptability to be able to adjust every day as and when the needs of the job require that. And then lastly, I think the best goalkeeping coaches that I've either seen work or goalkeepers always recall is those that are passionate and energetic about their job, because it's never about the individuals in terms of the coach itself, it's about the players, it's about the success as a team. And I think those that are able to put others ahead before themselves as a coach, I think are the ones that are the most successful. So I'd like to pride myself on those 3 attributes, having that as an individual. But I think the most successful goalie coaches and the most successful coaches will probably say those 3 attributes are at the top of their lists too.
Yeah, well, Yilmaz's role is massive. Changes obviously develops throughout the week, so so throughout the week he puts sessions on, varies the session and sort of designs it based off what we're going to face on Saturday, so it's never the same each week. And then towards the back end of the week, that involves a lot more analysis on the opposition, videos, penalty research. I'm sure there's tons more that he could tell you that he does, but that's everything that we see.
Rebounds! Good, Kai, good habits.
Always behind the scenes, but he's always there, always planning sessions for us, always making sure that we're best equipped for Saturday or Tuesday, whenever our game is, so that we're ready to go. But yeah, he works very hard, as does the rest of the team.
Yeah, and I think their idea is that they give us everything that we could possibly need, and then it's down to us to take what we want from it, especially when it comes to analysis. So some weeks you might want a lot more than others if you've played against them and things like that. But yeah, there's always more than enough to work with.
Hey! I didn't even touch him!
The goalkeepers are really outstanding people. Matt Macey, great person. Tom Smith, great. And Harrison, a younger keeper, really good. The group's so tight, close-knitted. Yilmaz leading it all. It's really good. That office, so when I'm not working with the goalkeeper, then I'm with my other staff members. The atmosphere is really good. Lots of good boys in there.
Everyone stays here and watches. Well-organised teams, you see Jeremy Garden.
So as you can see here, this is just once we've arrived in preparation for the game, just making sure that the changing rooms are set up appropriately to what the players need.
Good afternoon! Good evening to you then.
Alright.
Good chaps yourselves?
Yeah, thank you.
I'm on the cameras today. You've got to be careful on what I say. Dino!
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he didn't tell you that, did he?
That's alright.
Yeah, but when you walk on that,
Right, this is our kit man that I'm returning my kit to because he's not done his job properly. He's just got caught on camera with it, Dino. There you go, mate.
mate.
He's the greatest man at the football club. Whenever you need something, he's the man. I'm all good, Tim. You?
Good.
All right, John. This is Jonathan Duckett. He loves a run before a game, and he's a man on the keyboard, he is. New league rules. Team sheets are to be handed in via the app, which now means we have to pick up an iPad and leave it for the referees. So we'll leave that in here on charge, and that's for the referee to see the team sheet. So the manager and the opposition manager and captain will meet and we'll exchange team sheets electronically, which you'll see later on. So what we like to do, as you can see, this is the changing room with the lads in the squad. So we'll make sure that when the lads arrive, they'll have the set play set up on the screen so that they will see the opposition meeting that we would have done in the week to remind them while they arrive. And then when we go into a meeting, when they come out and the team's announced, we'll put the set plays on the screen just to give them clarity of their jobs from all of the attacking and defending set plays, which you'll keep track of the day to be able to see. And then what I like to do at this point is just make sure the goalies have got their fluids. But more importantly, for myself to have the fluid on the touchline, I will take one while it's all fresh and in the boxes and enjoy the game.
In the coaches' room, we just go through all of our preparation for the game. So now that we're clear on what our 11 will look like, and there's no issues that have arisen in the morning, I will just finalise the defensive and attacking set plays from our plan, and I will just work out the opposition squad list and their tendencies, so that when we receive the team sheet, we know what players are most likely to do what, to prepare the players with as much information as possible once we've known the opposition team.
So this is our lucky charm, because every time Liz brings in a treat, we hopefully finish up with 3 points. So hopefully today's not the day that it goes wrong. Thanks, Liz. I think what I thought and said to you initially, I think is going to happen.
When we play Saturday, Tuesday or Saturday, sometimes those congested fixture periods can cause us some different challenges. So it's our job to adjust and manipulate training plans, and it's about changing the attention to the right, whether we're reviewing and reflecting on the game, because that's going to be an important part in the next game, or whether it's sometimes parking that aside, focusing on the next game, and then when we get an opportunity to breathe after the 3 fixtures, it's about looking at it collectively and using the training accordingly for that. So that's how it can change.
You all right? Watch out, guys.
Hi lads, you okay?
Yeah.
You alright?
Any goalkeepers?
Any goalies?
You're my favourite. I said my favourite part was spending time with you and training with you every day. But my favourite thing is, which I love, is when a striker shoots or thinks they're going to score and you make a save and their face is just like, oh my God, how have I missed that? And it's actually because I saved it rather than them missing it. But they all like to say they missed it, but actually I always like it when they say the goalie saved it.
Yeah.
Guys? You all right, Matt? All right. Yeah, good.
Yeah, my favourite part is just keeping a clean sheet on a Saturday, and even better when I have nothing to do. I've said it before in interviews, it's no secret that I'm most happy when I haven't got to make a save and we win 2 or 3-0 and happy days and everyone goes home happy. So
totally agree with that actually.
But no, I like just enjoy the whole aspect of working towards something on a Saturday, and building towards the weekend and getting hopefully a reward for the hard work.
Okay, let it be known, I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a foe. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door with the holy key. You supposed to be this close to me, and hopefully you understand G.O.D. Maybe this cold and I'm talking.
As goalkeepers, you have to love the pressure that comes with it. I think everyone's looking at you, and if you do make that mistake, it's normally going to end up in the goal. So I think you've just got to embrace that pressure, and you've got to love that. And I think, just like for strikers, scoring a goal is a great feeling for them. When you make that save, it's unbelievable, and everyone's like, how did he save that? I think that's such a good feeling for me. And yeah, it's one of the main reasons that I am a goalkeeper, because I love that feeling.
So I joined the club, I was quite nervous to be in a first team environment. It's like the standard's going to be much higher than what I'm used to, the service, the delivery, the details. He really made me feel comfortable and made me feel like I should be able to trust my own ability. So when I first came in, it was working together to design sessions, really taking a look at how the goalkeepers need to progress, really looking at how the goalkeepers do what they do to be as best as they can. So he's really took it step by step with me, making sure he didn't throw me into the deep end too soon. Everything I'd done was slowly gradual to where I am now.
Let's do this.
75 minutes before kickoff, we electronically receive the opposition team the same way they receive our team. This is a shot where you can see that now that we know the opposition team, we look at some of their changes, what their starting 11 is, and I go through individually what they are most likely to do from their attacking set plays for us defensively to be organised, giving individual players the roles and responsibilities for their game.
Thank you, mate. Set plays are on the board, chaps. If it's here, we put Micah into one and you come out because Harry will do the back. So we'll shorten because they'll try and work a combination or a corner.
Now you can see some of the individual approaches of players, me talking through players' roles and responsibilities at certain particular moments in the game, what we need from them with and without the ball.
You know, when you're doing the attacking set plays, you have to take longer, just be clear with the signals, because I know you and Payne will be on the same page, but I'm just worried about like your Micahs and your Kyries and your... Yeah, it's in case this broken in on the break, I'm going to do it.
Okay. Team sheets in just one change from their last game.
This is where Nicky and Danny Cowley will talk through the opposition team and give the clarity to the players of what's expected of them leading into the game, the opposition formation, what we expect from them, and then reinforce our game plan with what each individual needs to do. In this meeting, usually we do give an insight into some of the individual players once we know their team. So who's left-footed, who's right-footed, who might have some individual super strengths, i.e. 1v1 dribbles or winning of aerial duels, to give the players the clarity of what our game plan is and how to execute it now that we know the opposition team.
So they're as expected, Jack, which will mean when you then clip the game for the goals later, I'm just expecting they'll have obviously the two inverted wingers.
From my own experiences of the different organisations and clubs I've worked at, the goalkeeping department at Colchester United is quite unique. We've got different experiences as coaches, so we're obviously fortunate enough to have Paul Smith as our lead academy goalie coach. He works tirelessly with the young goalkeepers as young as 9 all the way to 21, giving each and every individual a pathway at the football club. But when you look at our goalkeeping group, like I said to you earlier, we've got Matt Macey, an experienced goalkeeper with a number of different environments that he's been in that he brings to this. We've got young goalkeepers in Harrison and Tom that are hard-working, willing to drive and thrive to be able to achieve a career in the game. We've been fortunate enough this year to have Jack Chamberlain come in as a goalkeeping coach analyst and thankfully to the kind of senior leaders at the football club. When you're able to come up with innovative, creative ideas in order to enhance performance, we've always had the support.
Go elbow with the 18, Jack, but just stay narrow, stay no wider. That's it.
On a match day warm-up, each player has an individual approach in terms of the way that they prepare for a game. If Mace is starting in the game, he tends to spend a couple of minutes moving his body and increasing his heart rate. When he's ready, he goes into some short passing patterns, similar to how we start every training session. He likes to build up his short range passing into his mid to long range passing. When he's ready, we go into the side goal just to do his handling, which will vary from some structured serves out of our hands to some angled and distant strikes off the floor.
Plays will be a right foot unless Drew McKenna decides to play off his left, just so you're aware.
We then move into the goal to do some reactive handling for him to get some tactical bearings in preparation for the game, from close range reactive shots to outside the box finishes to prepare him for the game.
Good decision again, great double hand. Love it, great service, Tom. You always put him under pressure on the first.
At this football club, I think we thrive on opportunity, and we try to give everybody the best opportunity to succeed in what they do, and that's not just for the players on the pitch, that's for staff members too. So that's where I would say it would differ. Once we've done all of our handling, we go out to the wide areas to deliver some crosses, more for his timing, distance and approach towards the ball. And finally, he likes to finish off each warm-up with some bigger, longer range distance strikes so that he can finish off his warm-up in a confident place, preparing and ready to play.
There he is! Brilliant, you! Standard! Make sure you know your jobs, chaps! Make sure you know your jobs. Any questions, make sure you ask.
We're a very small staff group. We have job titles and responsibilities in what we do. My job title is a first team goalkeeping coach, but you know, we all pick up more responsibilities than just a job title. And one of the great things at this football club, Danny and Nikki, our management staff, have always kind of empowered people to really go above their job, to be able to do more to add to the environment, to be able to do more to add to the culture that we're trying to create. And driven by them, I think everybody is quite clear on where we need to go and how we need to continue to keep improving, not only just our performances on the football pitch, but the culture that we create off the training ground to continue to do that.
2 minutes and we're out, chaps!
All the best, mate.
Hey mate, you okay? Yeah, not bad. Yeah, good. Let's go, boys! Come on then! They're out! Ready?
Come on, lads. Yes, sir.
Ready?
Come on.
Go on then, mate. Enjoy. All the best, big man. All the best. Loads of energy, all right? Yes. Out the... So
Come on, boys, come on.
Up the stairs. Ask these guys, no direction.
So far for Colchester, 3 successive wins in all competitions, top scorers in League 2 this month. Today they hope to make it 4 wins out of 4. Visitors Harrogate have the same number of points as their hosts, but arrive in Essex today on the back of 2 straight defeats. Don't hurry, we'll look after.
Switch! Mic up. He needs your mic up. He needs your mic up. Switches. Let him out, chaps. Back in, Ellis.
Anderson's header comes back to him. What a strike to level things up from Henry Anderson. Anderson's header, he can hit the back of Lisby, but he made no mistake with the right-footed effort. In 7 minutes. Jack Payne did all the hard work and laid it on the plate. His comeback was perfect, and it's another emphatic finish from Harry Anderson.
That's a great ball from Kane into Paney, by the way. Oh. Just be ready for Kane right back.
Yeah, I'm dressed already.
Okay.
Stay out, warming up.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge in goalkeeping coaching is having to have the adaptability. I think our roles are difficult every day for different reasons. We're having to adjust for the goalkeeper's needs, we're having to adjust for the team's needs.
Okay, I'll let them know.
Defensive line. Stay high. We're too deep.
There's always different challenges that come on a day-to-day basis. The nature of our environment that we work in, and it's our job as goalkeeping coaches is really to try and stay ahead of that and try and be as adaptive as possible to make sure that it's as seamless as possible for the players and the staff where possible.
Right, let's get on down. Get Kane on as well. Listen.
Just take your time.
I think the hardest thing in the match is we're probably only going to get maybe 10, 15 actions in a game, and that's in possession, out of possession. And when you do those actions, they've got to be right. Whereas in training every day, we might have 100 actions. So it's keeping in a game, it gets difficult because you've got to do it once every 5 minutes, or it's a bit more broken up. Whereas when you're in training, it's quite often chaotic and frantic that you're just save, you're just going. But when you've got time to think about it in a game, I think that's where the standards sort of show, is when you're doing something not as frequently, but it's got to be perfect every single time.
Yeah, hard to argue with that.
On flank, please!
Is Reed, and here's Anderson! It's a hat-trick! Inside the far post. The second successive home game. Colchester, the hat-trick hero in the first half.
Go on, Arm! Go on, Arm! Yes, ref, come on, mate. Superb, Skip. Superb. Well done, big man. Superb. Hey. Superb from you, mate. Keep that going. Superb. Keep that going. What do I love about being a goalkeeping coach? I think it's the second best thing to playing. Being in a football environment is a unique environment, and what I love about goalkeeping coaching is that any day is never the same. You come with energy, you come with enthusiasm, you get that out the best out of the players.
When you've got the ball for throwing, first option is just run them into the ground. You look so much fitter, it's crazy. The other side is so it's crazy how much they
And for me, what I love about goalkeeping coaching is never about the coach itself, but when you see the players that you put hard work into succeed, I think that gives you the excitement for the job every single day. So that's the biggest take I take.
I think the hardest part was probably just getting accustomed to the football, where I've been playing grassroots my whole life. I think changing into the academy style of football was difficult for me, but it was a good challenge, and I like that challenge, and it's helped me progress so much over the last few years.
First half alone. Give me a chance. Let me enjoy it for a few days. Okay, well done.
What makes Colchester United different? I think it's opportunity. I think, you know, this football club is a blank canvas with hard-working people, and from my perspective in the two and a bit years here, the opportunity has been endless, in the sense that anything that I think is going to help increase performance, I've been given and been empowered to be able to put that into practice, to be able to see, and that's where I think this football club's very good at giving everybody opportunity to continue to keep growing. Most importantly, to try and help the football club be where it deserves to be. It went as well as it can, even though we've had a bit of an inconsistent performance as a collective group. I thought we started the game a bit slower, but as we expected in the week, I thought their attacking threats were exactly as we expected. Two threatening wingers. The first goal they score, McKenna comes on the inside and shoots, which we probably anticipated, but probably just didn't defend it well enough. But like I say, we'll take the result. 3 good goals from Harry Anderson in the first half, and a positive performance as an outcome for us to keep the good run going. Yeah, and just want to say, obviously, this has been an opportunity for you to follow our preparations for the game. Thank you for all of the goalkeepers, the staff behind the scenes, to give you this insight into what it takes in terms of our preparation. And yeah, keep the series going. Make sure you keep supporting and watching. And yeah, that's 4 on the bounce, and we keep going.